JW Turn G. Got another one for y'all right here. And look, the past couple videos been fire for real, for real. So y'all gotta look at those if y'all haven't yet. So I'm just trying to keep that momentum going, you feel me? Stay on this wave that I'm riding. So, what are we talking about today? I don't know, paradise. Let's see, because I haven't talked about that a lot. Or at all, really. So what paradise is, Jehovah's Witnesses believe that there's gonna be a war of Armageddon, right? And that's gonna be an all-out war on the earth. Everybody's gonna die, except Jehovah's Witnesses. They're not gonna fight. Jesus is gonna come down and fight for the witnesses. They're just gonna be tucked away somewhere hiding. When everything stops, they're gonna come out, and then they're going to start building the earth into a paradise. In this process, everybody that died a witness, or that didn't get a chance to get witness to, is gonna be resurrected, and those witnesses are gonna get them up to speed on everything that's happened, and then teach them, so then the whole world will be Jehovah's Witnesses. That just sounds crazy, just saying it like that. And so the thing with, like, when you get this fellowship or you start going to the meetings or whatever, paradise is the main goal. That's what everybody's working towards. So when you get this fellowship, or you're like, because they won't talk to you once you're this fellowship, but if you're going down that path or you're fucking up or whatever, they're going to say, well, don't you want to live forever in paradise? Don't you want to see your dead loved ones again? And if you know somebody that's died, which, you know, most people do, like, say it's your grandma or cousin or brother, whatever, they're going to be like, well, Bob is going to be resurrected, and he's going to ask about you, and we're going to have to tell him that you were disobedient and didn't make it. Don't you want to see Bob again? And, like, relax, yo. You can't be saying shit like that. Like, these are real people. You know, people have lost people. That's a real feeling. That's tragic. And to just kind of, like, throw their name out, or, well, they're going to look for you, and we're going to have to tell them, like, that's so crazy. But, you know, it gets some people. And it gets them thinking, and they start doing the Jehovah's Witness way again. Let's see. I guess this is a little definition. It says, a beautiful park or park-like garden. The first such place was Eden, made by Jehovah for the first human pair. When speaking to one of the criminals next to him on the torture stake, Jesus indicated that the earth will become a paradise at 2 Corinthians 12:4. The word evidently refers to a future paradise, and at Revelation 2:7 to a heavenly paradise. Damn, so yeah, there's a heavenly paradise too. So the Jehovah's Witnesses believe that there are 144,000 people that were secretly selected by God, and they are going to be in heaven when they die. And the thing with the 144,000 is you can't, like, talk about that shit out loud. Like, if you were selected, quote unquote, you can't be walking around like, hey, yo, when I die, I'm going to heaven. I'm one of the 144,000. Like, it's supposed to be like something low key. You're not even supposed to ask somebody if they are. And the way they find out, they say that God just reveals it to them. He just tells them, right? So you can just walk around and be like, thinking, I don't know, however that works. God is just, he speaks to them. So if you didn't get spoken to, I guess you're not. And I feel like because of that, that number's going to get fucked up. Because you're going to have people thinking whatever they want on that. What is this scripture? Let's see. The word is alive, the promise of paradise. Fuck it. Let's see what this has to say. Jesus is telling the dying man next to him, you will be with me in paradise. Both these men next to Jesus are criminals. One of them has just finished throwing insults at him. You are the Christ, aren't you? Save yourself and us. However, the other criminal believes Jesus. He turns to him, as you can see here, and says, remember me when you get into your kingdom. At that, Jesus promises, truly I tell you today, you will be with me in paradise. But what does Jesus mean when he says, you will be with me in paradise? Where is paradise? When will it come? Will this criminal live there with Jesus? And why would Jesus permit a criminal to live in paradise? Oh my God. Are they answering these questions, or are they just asking? Well, where was the paradise God made at the beginning? It was on earth, wasn't it? Jehovah God put the first human pair, Adam and Eve, in a beautiful paradise called the Garden of Eden. So when we read of this criminal in paradise, we should picture in our minds this earth made into a beautiful place which to live. For the word paradise means park or means garden or park. Will Jesus Christ be right here on earth with former criminal in paradise? No, Christ will be in heaven ruling as king over the earthly paradise. So he will be with that man in the sense that he will raise him from the dead and care for his needs, both physical and spiritual. But why would Jesus permit a man who was a criminal to live in paradise? Oh man, it is true that this criminal, along with millions of other persons whom Jesus will resurrect, did wicked things. But they did these wicked things because they were ignorant of God's will. So in paradise, they will be taught what God's will is, and they will have the opportunity to prove that they really do love God by doing his will. Won't it be wonderful to live in paradise where all your needs are cared for and people love one another? Isn't that what he said the first time? Isn't that what Adam and Eve were promised? And like, this, man, oh man, this shit just, it can happen again. Like, first off, this shit ain't even gonna happen, right? But if you're going by what this shit says, that's literally what happened. If he's God, if he's all-knowing, then you knew Adam and Eve was going to fuck up and we'd have to go through all of this. So why even make them think that they was going to live in some paradise and be perfect like they were? Same thing with here. This question, won't it be wonderful to live in paradise where all your needs are cared for and people love one another? That's what the fuck we're supposed to be doing now. So who says that's not going to happen again? Even though this shit's not going to happen, but it's just, it doesn't make fucking sense. Man, the good news is that we don't have much longer to wait until that time. And how long have they been saying that shit? And so, kind of goes into, I mean, not even kind of, 100% goes into what I was saying in the other videos. They don't have to set a date. All they have to do is just tell you to wait a little longer, that it's going to come, that it's right around the corner, until you grow old, right? And they keep you busy with field service and the meetings and studying and pioneering and giving talks and studying, like all of this shit that you have to do. So before you know it, 10 years gone by, 15, 20, 30, you look up, you got gray hair, you old as shit, you getting ready to die, and you are telling your kids or their kids, your grandkids, whatever, the same shit. Oh, just hold out just a little while longer, just a little, and then you die, and they grow up, and it just repeats, and it just goes on forever. Because niggas been saying we don't have much longer forever. That's why people didn't dip before. Jesus gave a sign that would mark the end of this wicked system of things. When this sign is completely fulfilled, God will rid the earth of all badness. And so they can take whatever scriptures they want to in Revelation, and whatever current events happen in the world, they're just going to adjust those scriptures to mean whatever's happening. And so this shit can literally just go on forever. That this sign is now being fulfilled. Oh, hold on, that didn't make sense. Let me just read the whole thing. The good news is that we don't have much longer to wait until that time. Jesus gave a sign that would mark the end of the wicked system of things. When this sign is completely fulfilled, God will rid the earth of all badness. That this sign is now being fulfilled, and that the end of the system of things is very near, is proved by evidence you will read in the following articles. Man, they ain't proving shit trying to leave a nigga on a cliffhanger. Don't nobody give a fuck, dog.